Television. My name is Winifred Yusu. On the headlines, Benue State government to partner donor agencies in finding lasting solutions to crisis in the state. Governor Kabir Yusuf approves appointment of 3 second-class emirs in Kano State. Plus, Katsina State Police Command neutralizes suspected bandits. Benue State government is to partner donor agencies to find lasting solutions to crisis in the state. Governor Hassan Talia declared this at Government House, Makudi, when he receives a delegation from a group Center for Humanitarian Dialogue on the course of visit. Our correspondent Emmanuel Akula reports.
Welcome to the exciting world of Benue Television, where we give you an exclusive ride into the world of news, current affairs, and entertainment. Ready for our first stop? Ride with me. For Benue Television.
Our news and flagship program, Daybreak Benue, keeps you informed on events and happenings around the nation and the world.
We engage our guests on hot topics and beam searchlight on shady stories.
With millions of people watching Benue TV worldwide, we ensure that we bring you news that is accurate, timely, and dependable.
Our programs are entertaining and educative with high quality audio, leaving you with an amazing viewing experience.
Governor Hassan Talia says the visit signifies that more organs in the state are committing to peace, dialogue and resolution of conflicts, noting that it aligns with the values of his administration. The governor re-echoes the commitment of his administration to work with donor agencies to find comprehensive and effective ways of addressing issues hindering peace in the state, while assuring the center of his unwavering support to deliver peace in Benue. Governor earlier requests the organization to consider relief, rehabilitation, and reconciliation tools for lasting resettlement of the displaced persons in Benue. He reveals that his government is working out durable solutions towards improving the livelihoods of displaced citizens and to create a stable environment for them.
The peace processes you have facilitated in Jos, Kaduna, Southern Plateau, natural resource peace processes in Nagatu, in Konshisha, and Oju here in Benue have laid the groundwork for lasting peace and cooperation among communities. I want to express my unwavering support for the sustainability and expansion of these peace initiatives.
Country Manager of Center for Humanitarian Dialogue, Dr. Chris Agoha says, with focus on innovation and mediation, the organization has facilitated peace across the world and is willing to do same in Benue State for sustainable peace. He announces that the center is already doing a lot towards engaging warring communities in Benue, highlighting the Bonta and Okute land dispute in Konshisha and Ojo local governments as a model to their efforts towards brokering peace among Benue communities.
Using networks and partnership built over many years, we engage in creativity at international, interstate, and local level with activities that includes 1. Making contact with conflict actors and others where others cannot reach, building trust and dialogue between conflict parties, brokering negotiations, ceasefires, and peace accords, supporting humanitarian and health efforts in high-risk areas.
Project Coordinator of Center for Humanitarian Dialogue, Mr. Ibrahim Saleh, requests the Benue State government to facilitate implementation of agreement by warring communities in the state. Reveals that his organization has also drawn a roadmap that will ensure sustainable peace and development of the state.
One area that we have really not had a lot of successes is in implementation of agreements, especially on the part of the state government. So for your coming has given us hope. We are happy that we have a governor today that is willing to take on these difficult tasks. Some of them are politically difficult, economically difficult, and you are having to manage the difficulty of resources and then the difficulty of inflation.
Director General of Bureau for International Cooperation and Development, Mr. Leo Viashima, affirms to the governor that Center for Humanitarian Dialogue is credible and ready to partner his government for total return of peace to Benue, particularly at the grassroots. Emmanuel Akula, Benue Television News, Makudi. Governor.
Thank you, Manuel. The Benue State government has taken delivery of about 180 trucks of fertilizers for distribution to farming communities in the state. Director General Bureau for Agricultural Development and Mechanization, T. Seninga, disclosed this to our correspondent Emmanuel Akula, was on the governor's team that visited the Bureau's headquarters to access distribution of farm inputs to Benue farmers. Let's take the report.
The agricultural sector is one of the cardinal areas of the earlier-led administration in Benue State. To enhance food production and security, the state government, through its Bureau for Agricultural Development and Mechanization, has taken delivery of farm inputs to be distributed to Benue farmers. More than 180 trucks of fertilizers have arrived from the federal government to be distributed to the farmers, which the governor flagged off a few days ago.
As we do the official flag off of this farming season, may God bless and reward the work of our hands on the farms. And may we count many more blessings at the end of the harvest season. Amen. And may we feed our families, the state and the entire nation and beyond. Amen. So help us God.
Amen. Director General of the Bureau, Engineer T. Seninga, says Governor Hassan Thalia has directed that farmers in the state have access to farm inputs, especially fertilizers.
We want to restore what used to be, and that is the vision of the governor, what agriculture used to be. Agriculture used to be that farmers had access
not just with fertilizers, but to seeds, seedlings, agrochemicals, knapsack sprayers, and cheap mechanization services. Now, that is what we have started to do. And we have made the things different from what it used to be. Totally different. For the first time in 42 years, we started giving out fertilizers and other farming inputs to farmers. For 42 years, the last time that farming inputs were given to farmers at subsidized rate in May was in 1982.
Ninga explains that the Bureau is doing everything possible to block leakages to ensure fair sharing of the farm inputs.
We have been registering farmers across the state. We know that in a state of 6 million people, certainly about 4 million are farmers, maybe even more. We are therefore taking statistics of these farmers, knowing who they are, where they are, what they are farming. So since February, we have started registering farmers. We have not registered up to 200,000 yet, but we are hoping that at the end of the exercise, which is by January next year, we will have registered the entire farming population. We will have profiles of all the farmers in the state.
Farmers are seen conveying farm inputs from the Bureau with the hope of improved yields and productivity. Principal Special Assistant to the Governor on Media and Content Creation, Isaac Guzan, says the development will facilitate the Governor's blueprint of a greater Benue. Herders' attacks, post-harvest losses and climate change have negatively impacted on overall agricultural output in most parts of the north-central states, especially Benue, leading to food shortages. With the efforts of Governor Hyacinth Alia and other development partners, it is hoped that the situation will improve in the coming harvest. Emmanuel Akula, Benue Television News, Makudi.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Now, Vice President Kashim Shettima will on Friday spearhead a stakeholder workshop aimed at bolstering Nigeria's position within the African Continental Free Trade Area Digital Trade Protocol. A statement issued by Senior Special Assistant to the President in Media and Communications, Office of the Vice President, Stanley Kwacha, explained that the initiative aligns with the federal government's ambition to leverage digital trade for economic growth and regional integration. Shedding light on the event, Special Assistant to the President on Information and Communications Technology Policy, Dr. Salihu Dasuki, said the workshop signifies a shared commitment to advancing Nigeria's trade landscape through the power of digital technology and regional integration under the African Continental Free Trade Area. Dasuki stated that the Office of the Vice President aims to identify key opportunities for enhancing Nigeria's digital trade within the African Continental Free Trade Area framework. He disclosed that there will be discussions on effective strategies for leveraging digital technologies to drive economic growth and support livelihoods. He added that the workshop also fits into the government's broader renewed hope strategy, which focuses on rejuvenating Nigeria's economy and creating sustainable development. Kano State Governor Kabir Yusuf has approved the appointment of 3 second-class emirs of Rano, Gaya and Karai with immediate effect. According to a statement issued by the governor's spokesperson Sanusi Tofa on Wednesday, the new emirates are to serve as second with Kano as first-class emirate. Governor Yusuf named the newly appointed Muhammad Karai as the Emir of Karai, who was the district head of Rogo before his latest appointment. The governor named Muhammad Umar Emir of Rano, who was previously the district head of Bunkure. Yusuf also pronounced Aliyu Gaya as the Emir of Gaya, who was the Emir of the defunct Gaya Emirate. Tofa stated that while congratulating the newly appointed emirs, the governor enjoined them to be custodians of culture, peace and unity of the people in their respective emirates. Governor Yusuf had on Tuesday signed into law 3 second-class emirates in the state, with Rano covering Rano, Kibia and Bunkore local government areas. Gaya covers Gaya, Ajingi and Albasu local government areas, while Karaya covers Karaye and Rogo local government areas. We'll go on a very quick break. We'll be back shortly. Do stay with us. Security chiefs had harmonized strategies towards clearing the Niger Delta of crude oil thieves, pipeline vandals, and other criminal elements. The decision followed a directive by President Bola Tinubu that crude exploration and exploitation in the Niger Delta be made seamless and lives protected. The security chiefs, who met with Chief Executive Officer, Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited (NNPCL) Melakari in Abuja, declared an integrated battle plan under a joint task force. Speaking to newsmen, Chief of Defense Staff Christopher Musa said the armed forces know that the nation relies so much on it. He called on communities to understand that pipeline vandalism is hazardous to everyone and should be stopped. Also speaking, Inspector General of Police Kayode Egbetokun said the security services and agencies agree that all must come together to solve the problems inhibiting oil exploration and exploitation in the Niger Delta. Egbetokun assured that results will be visible in the days ahead. Operatives of the Nigerian Navy ship B. Croft have arrested 8 suspected escapes during their attempt to board 2 speed boats. Unknown to the suspects, the patrol team of NNS B. Croft had sighted them during a patrol conducted on July 13, 2024. A statement by the Director of Naval Information, Commodore Iwayo Adams Ali, said 5 of the 8 suspects admitted that they wanted to travel abroad. Adams Ali revealed that 8 female trafficked victims and 2 drowning fishermen were rescued. He noted that the victims have been handed over to the National Agency for Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons, NAPTIP, while further investigation to identify the agent and trafficking syndicate is ongoing. With the latest arrest, NNS B. Croft, which is in Lagos, has so far apprehended 33 fugitives between January and July 2024. Still on security matters, where Katsina State Police Command says it has successfully neutralized the suspected bandit in Ketare Ward in Kakara local government area of the state. The command's public relations officer ASP Abubakar Sadiq Aliyu, who disclosed this in a statement in Katsina, said 1 AK-47 rifle was recovered during the operation. According to the police spokesman, the incident occurred on Tuesday at Bulunkuza village in Tundunwada ward of Kankara local government area. Sadiq Aliyu said that the Commissioner of Police in the state, Aliyu Abubakar Musa, commended the operatives for their exceptional display of gallantry and professionalism. According to him, the Commissioner urged members of the public to continue providing the command with timely information on suspected criminal activities for prompt and decisive actions. Former Governor of Kogi State, Yahaya Bello, has asked the Federal High Court Abuja to adjourn indefinitely the ongoing case instituted against him by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC. He also asked the court to vacate its arrest ordering him pending the determination of an appeal he filed at the Court of Appeal, Abuja. Bello's demands are contained in a letter by his counsel, Musa Yakubu S.A.N. The letter was dated July 12th and addressed to the trial judge, Justice Emeka Nwite, ahead of Bello's arraignment scheduled for Wednesday, July 17th. In the appellate case, Bello is seeking that the warrant of arrest he says was illegally issued against him on April 17, 2024 be set aside. He also wants a return of the case filed to the Chief Judge of the Federal High Court for rearrangement to another judge. In addition, the former governor is seeking an order of the appeal court setting aside service of the EFCC charging him by substitute means, including the entire proceedings already conducted in the case. Bello is being tried for allegedly laundering 80 billion naira. Let's take a very quick break. Countrywide will be back with more stories, to stay with us. Welcome, it's still Countrywide on Benue Television. Now, the Federal Capital Territory FCT High Court has rejected an application by former Governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, Godwin Emefiele, to be granted permission to travel to the United Kingdom for a medical checkup. Justice Hamza Muazu ruled that Emefiele failed to provide sufficient materials to support his application for permission to travel. Emefiele is facing an amended 20-count charge by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) bordering on procurement fraud during his tenure as CBN governor. Emefiele had, through his counsel Hakeem Labi Lawal, requested the court to grant the release of his passport, which was deposited as part of his bail conditions, to the court registrar to enable him travel overseas for medical checkup. Opposing the application, EFCC counsel Mohammed Ameza contended that there was no medical report showing that Emefiele was suffering from any ailment to warrant granting the application. Omeza also said Emefiele posed a flight risk due to his connections with co-conspirators abroad and ongoing trials in 3 different courts. In his ruling, Justice Muazu held that Emefiele failed to attach any invitation from the UK for a medical checkup between July 28 and September 10, 2024. The judge said although the court has the power to exercise its discretion, it might be difficult because Emefiele is standing trial in 3 different courts in the FCT and Lagos for various charges. That's all we'll have for you on the news, but before we go, let's take a recap of the top stories. Benue State government to partner donor agencies in finding lasting solutions to crisis in the state. We told you that Governor Kabiru Yusuf has approved appointment of 3 second-class emirs in Kano State. Plus, we intimated you that Katsina State Police Command has neutralized suspected bandits. Thanks so much for watching. My name is Winifred. You so do have a great day.